Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be update information, what's coming. This is going to be happening after maintenance. So we have an early maintenance this week, which is going to be on August 4th, 7 p.m. It's going to be 3 hours earlier tonight. So just a little heads up. So all this information will be live in the game after the maintenance is over, which will be 4 in the morning Eastern time for August 5th, 2026. So this week we have pretty cool content coming into the game. Something I'm quite looking forward to. Main story chapter 9 is going to be added into the game. And the most recent story stuff we had was actually pretty good, so I'm hoping this follows trend. Hopefully this will end up being pretty nice. So yeah, we're gonna have new story stuff going along. Hopefully you all will enjoy that. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. We also have this event that's going to be starting up. The limited time event, Super Fantasy Festival 26, will be starting up. So look forward to that. We got a lot of good stuff going on throughout the month of August that's going to be happening. Central City is going to be dressed up again with the ceremonial Rappies being out in the field and the Emperor Rappy and so forth. Zandy actually has like a nice outfit that she has, like a belly dancer looking outfit. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to acquiring that later on. We do have a special scratch that's going to be added into the game, the Fantasy Festival 26 SP scratch. And you can see that they've revived a character from base PSO2, which I was quite a fan of. This is a character from episode 5 Omega, Margareta. I actually have a cosplay of this character, so it's pretty cool. We get NGS specs of her stuff, her Margareta pose and her outfits and stuff. She has some really good things, so this is going to be a nice SP scratch to ground up for. There's also going to be some pretty cool like camos that are going to be added inside that scratch too. Looks like a lot of base PSO2 things added in with the NGS specs. You can see down here some of these camos. This is like the Atra weapon series, and I always thought those looked really good. Now we do also have a new limited time quest that's going to be popping up, the quest Lurking in the Twisted Forest, and this is actually going to be having us fight a boss from base PSO2, Anga Fungadara, and it's going to be a ruined version of that, so that's pretty neat. This is going to be an 8-player quest set in Rezel Forest, and you can see that there's some various little mechanics. At the end of it, we're going to be fighting Ruin Anga in the final area, so this is going to be our first time fighting them in NGS. Pretty cool. And they actually drop new weapons, which is pretty dope. We also do have, finally, an urgent quest that's going to be worth running. We haven't had a good urgent quest in a while. It seems like most of these urgent quests that pop up are just kind of like waste of time usually. So it's pretty nice. We actually have a good urgent quest coming in. Luther is going to be popping back in. This is going to be the D2 version of Luther as well. So the one that we had recently with that ultra hard quest, we're actually going to have an 8-player version of that for a limited time urgent quest. So look forward to running that. There is going to be a special card drop for Luther, as you can see here, which will be for Line Strike. So if you're into Line Strike, look forward to acquiring that too. We also do get EX style updates and new equipment. So they're going to raise the level cap of EX style. It's going to raise from level 30 to level 40. So you'll be able to raise the levels of all of these, something more to grind out EXP for. We're also getting some pretty good quality of life changes when it comes to this too. So they're adding in a couple of new skills. One's going to be First Strike activates when a quest begins and automatically partially charges the Photon Blast gauge. So that's going to be really huge, in particular for people that like to do like Arc Circuit rankings and stuff. Because a lot of the time when you're doing those Arc Circuit rankings, it's kind of hard to build up your Photon Blast before you kill an enemy or something. So it's definitely going to make a big change for like time attacking and stuff in particular. We also have one called Blast Echo Trigger, and that consumes a stock to charge the Photon Blast gauge and activates an additional attack that also reduces the Photon Blast cooldown. So both of these are going to be pretty huge for that. And when we have the new weapons, as I had mentioned, this is going to be dropping inside of the limited time quest, the new Legend 5, and this is the Vern series. And this is actually themed off of the Eris weapons from base PSO2, which I'm quite a fan of. These have really good skins to them, the Rod and Wand in particular. The tip of it actually like spins around and stuff. It's really pretty neat. And it says that this has a Photon Blast gauge potency to it, and anytime that you Photon Blast, it's going to raise the potency of all of your allies. So every time you use the Photon Blast on this, it's going to buff everybody else. So it should be a pretty good weapon. They said in the headline actually that these are going to be less rare than the previous Legend weapons too. So they should be a little bit more common. Hopefully they'll be easy to get a hold of. Now we do also have an upgrade for the Grand Illusion weapon series too. It's going to be the Ash Illusion. I'm probably saying that wrong, but the Ash Illusion series is going to be the upgrade of the Grand Illusion series. So if you've been using those, you'll be able to get the materials from the limited time quest to grind these up and make them even more powerful. They're also going to be adding in a new recommended food recipe too. So if you're like, if you're somebody that doesn't really know what food recipes to do, hopefully this will actually have some decent recipes that they'll recommend to you. I know a lot of people probably don't really have a clue as to what to do with their food, so now we're going to have recommended ones. So that's a nice little feature. They are saying a nice little addition here too, which is pretty cool. Like they're going to make it so you can add items to your wanted list from featured drop items and quest rewards details. So, you know, when you look at your quest rewards, there's like a little like screen there that shows what drops in the quest. Now you can actually add things to your wanted list from that, so you'll be more likely to see it and not accidentally like convert it to Meseta or something. They're also doing a nice little update here too, to where they'll actually show us like what elements are inside of the missions too. Like for recommended quest, they're going to be adding recommended elements on the quest info screen. So when you go to start up with like a LTQ and you're wondering like, is the enemy's going to be weak to like light or lightning or dark or whatever, it should actually show you that info now, so you don't have to like guess. That is a nice little quality of life change too. They're also going to be updating the quest ranking. Level will now be shown on the quest result window, so that's cool. Music disc, mag forms, and build parts can now be used immediately on the use item screen after drawing from scratch tickets. It used to be, for the longest time, you had to actually like go through like separate menus to use this stuff. Now they've recently made it to where you can just like click it on your inventory and use it. And now they're updating that even further to when you get that stuff inside of like your scratch draws, you'll be able to actually just use it from that menu there. So that's another nice little quality of life change. Here's another thing too that's going to be good for people that like to do stuff in the salon. They're adding the ability to copy expression settings and customize expressions in the salon, kind of like how they did with the color copy recently. If you haven't noticed, whenever you go to alter your colors in the salon, there's a little like set of pages down the bottom right, a little icon you can click on for copy color, and then you can just paste that color to other items. They're also doing the same sort of thing with expressions here. So if you have a particular like expression slot here you want to save, you can actually copy that now and you can paste it over to another like expression slot. So that's a pretty good little quality of life change as well. It seems they're also doing an update to icons for weapon categories using multi-weapons. Now that's going to make it a little easier to see in the weapon details, so you'll be able to notice that as well. We're also getting new build parts in. I see the star and this heart here looks pretty good, and also these little shapes here. So some nice little new build parts we'll have there. They're also updating some more line strike cards, so if you're into line strike, look forward to that as well. We also do have a cool collab coming into the game on August 5th, which is going to be the Toho project is returning. So look forward to picking up some of the free items from this. We get like some free build parts and stuff. And going along with that, we are going to be having an AC scratch ticket for Toho Project Style 26 as well. And yeah, it goes without saying there's a lot of cool stuff in here for this. So look forward to that. It looks like a lot of really good things are being added in. They're also going to have, as a scratch count bonus, they're going to have a music disc for Marissa Stole the Precious Thing. So if you're really into it and you want to scratch, make sure that you get a hold of that. And as well, going along with all this, they are going to also revive the AC scratch from the original Toho project. So if there's some of the things in here that you didn't get originally, that's going to be back too. So it should get a little bit cheaper. Be sure to wishlist all that stuff. You know, usually they don't revive things like that. By the way, I wanted to mention, in case if you are planning on doing any AC purchasing for these new AC scratches that we have, I am an Epic Games partner. I do have an Epic Games creator code THUNDATHIGHS, which you can use to support me anytime that you purchase AC on the Epic Games launcher. So if you decide to use the Epic Games creator code THUNDATHIGHS, thanks a lot for the support. So I did notice a few things in here that I did want to mention that wasn't in there in the slideshow that I had just went through. And one of the things was we're getting new camos on the Arc Circuit Badge Exchange, so make sure you go check out the Arc Circuit Badge Exchange. If you haven't gotten the ones that are currently in there, you might want to trade them for them real quickly. Those will be going away tonight, and they're cycling in some new ones. We're getting the Einden Almaty CV, which is pretty good, the Ioni Decalion Almaty, and also the Liuxtra Almaty. So 3 new camos going into the Arc Circuit Badge Exchange. There is another really huge update here that I wanted to point out to y'all as well. So recently we've had these like concert buffs to where you had to actually like go to the city to watch like the movie concerts, and they're finally updating it to where all movie concerts have been changed to grant the concert effects. So you don't have to go to the city any longer to get a hold of these, even though like as long as you have like the concert title, then it should be fine to where you'll get the concert effects from the movie concerts as well. So nice little change there. I know it's been kind of annoying sometimes, like being out in the content, like out in the quest field and stuff, and missing that concert buff. So yeah, that's been updated finally. They're also reducing the high frequency range of the Ryuker device sound effects. If you've ever noticed standing next to the Ryuker and you don't have a lot of music on or anything, that Ryuker makes like a terrible like ear destroying like noise. So if you just stand next to it, it's very annoying in my opinion. So I'm glad that they're changing the sound effect of that. I did notice in here there is a confirmed issue For the EX style first strike, after being incapacitated in the dual quest and selecting retry from the incapacitation menu, first strike effects may not be active. So in case if you're doing like any sort of quest content that has a retry button and you die, this is a particular bug that might mess you up. Probably for like you Arc Circuit enjoyers, you know, that might be something you'll want to pay attention to. And it also says that it affects the main story chapters too. So this is another bug here as well. Hey, by the way, real quickly, I did want to mention, I do stream over on Twitch. If y'all want to come over there and hang out sometime, it's NiNjahCheeto on Twitch. Come over, show me some follow love, say what's up. I'd love to have you. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be wrapping it up for the content this week. We got quite a bit of stuff coming into the game. A lot of new quests to run with the limited time quests and the urgent quests. You know, it's going to be nice to have that. The new weapons to farm. Luther should actually have the Ken's weapons in the drop pool, I do believe too. So that's going to be nice to farm for. I'm also looking forward to the collab and stuff. We got some pretty cool stuff this week. So yeah, I look forward to grinding all that out. I'm curious, what are you all thinking about the update this week? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.